Hello Aquarius, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aquarius for the middle of February. Now Aquarius, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Aquarius, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that is somebody impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and see what we have here for you. Now, if you watch my content regularly and you've not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. Same is true if this is just the first time that you are watching me. All right, so we're going to be doing a pyramid spread here, but let me make sure everything is in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. All right, I think that looks just about good enough to me. We will put this right here, and let's get into the reading. All right, so you have a strong month, middle of the month reading here, I have to say. So it looks like some of you are overcoming some sort of internal situation right now going on, but I want to point your attention to these three cards in the middle here. Each one of these is a major arcana, and actually you also have the moon as well. Actually 4 out of 5 cards here to start the reading out are major arcana. So you are dealing, Aquarius, with major themes in your life at this time. All right, this is these are big things that you're working through here. And I think you're going to get some extreme clarity here towards the middle to the end of February and in the future. But let's just go ahead and dive right in. So you have right away in the middle as your overall message here, you have the Strength card. And this is about overcoming challenges, difficulties, and obstacles. But the message with the Strength card is it's overcoming internal obstacles, okay? And it's along with that, it's this idea of having willpower over yourself and being strong, obviously, as it is called the Strength card, but also being a courageous person. In fact, having so much courage that you can tame a lion or that you can walk next to a lion. And so when you get this, it's really time for you to let your Leo energy come out, to really let that strong, loud, bright version of yourself come out. This is a card of Leo, Aquarius, and really go for something. But it's almost like for some of you here, there has been a situation in your that you've been fighting internally. Okay, it's almost like this idea, some of you have been fighting an internal battle at this time. In the past, you have the Moon and the Lovers. So the Moon represents something subconscious, potentially something at the subconscious, at the internal level here, and it can represent maybe subconscious fears coming to the surface. It can also say that there's a situation that's maybe not exactly as it appears. Now this could, of course, you can of course say that there's potential deception at play, but it can also represent that you are making something, or the way that I should say this is you do not have the full picture around a situation, and that could be what is not as it appears. Do you understand? And so for some of you, you may just not have all the facts when you get the Fool. There could be something cloudy or something that's unclear at this time. And so try not to let your fears overtake you when you get the Moon. It is a card of intuition as well, okay? Now the Lovers represents an important choice to make. It could be in love, it could be in life. It's also Gemini energy, but the Lovers says that this is something big that you're working through at this time, and it is something to do with a decision. I feel like, I don't know about love, we'll see. I was not getting a whole lot of love energy here. We'll have to see what cards come in to clarify to see if this is a love situation. But for many of you, whether you're here for love or whether you're here for career, finance, business, which I have people who come to me for both, whatever place you find yourself in, there's a big choice to make. And this could be what is testing your willpower here with the Strength card in the middle. Some of you may just not exactly have the answer yet, and you are sort of kind of fighting that situation internally here. Now, in the future, again, I think you will find the answer that you're looking for as you have the Moon and the Lovers. Whatever decision that you have to make is unclear, I do think is becoming clear here in the future. It's interesting because the High Priestess can say that there is hidden knowledge coming to the surface, secrets, but it typically means whatever is hidden is coming forward. And in its negative, it can say that things are being concealed from you or hidden from you, especially when you have something like the Moon. But in this case, I don't think it's being concealed. I think it's coming to the surface here. I think whatever you're unsure of or unclear of is coming forward. The High Priestess is the most intuitive card in the tarot, especially as you have the Moon with it as well. And so really trusting your intuition. There's something here around your internals at this time, the internal messages, the willpower here with the Strength card. And you have the Eight of Wands, which I really like to see. This is accelerated motion. This is good movement forward. This is the feeling of getting unstuck. It's a breath of fresh air. It is potentially communication coming into you from a distance, phone calls, text messages, letters, emails, whatever it may be. And it's really typically good news. And so again, some sort of secret or something that's hidden is coming forward here for you, and it may come through at a distance. So I think some of you are really moving forward, and try to tap into your inner strength here with this Strength card in the middle. But let's see what we have here. So you have, let's continue up the pyramid. So you have the Six of Cups, you have the Two of Swords, the Tower, and the Four of Swords. Okay. So I do think that there's going to be, whatever you're trying to figure out here will come forward, will come out, okay? That is for sure, with the Tower and the High Priestess, as well as the Strength card. Now, this is really telling, the Tower is a card that a lot of people get afraid of. You really should not be afraid of any of these cards. Reason being is you have free will, number one, over the tarot. So, these situations are not going to play out exactly. We're also reading at the collective level. But number two, you get to change any part of this reading because you have free will. And number three, the Tower is actually a blessing in disguise. Okay, the reason being is the Tower exposes an illusion. So there is another thing here: the Moon representing an illusion, the Tower exposing an illusion, the High Priestess representing secrets coming to the surface. So there is an exposure of something here. But going back to the Tower exposes an illusion. It says that if you are living in a house of cards, that is going to collapse. And the reality is nobody actually wants to live in a house of cards. And so when the Tower comes in, there may be an abrupt change. You may feel like you're being shaken down to your core, your foundation. But the reality is nobody wants, it's actually a blessing in disguise when that happens, because who wants to live in a house of cards, right? And so just keep all of that in mind. Now, I do feel like there is something coming to the light here, okay? You also have this Six of Cups and the Two of Swords. Two of Swords, more blindfolded energy. You're in the dark about something, okay? It's very clear to me that you are in the dark about something here, Aquarius. This may be stressing you out. The Two of Swords represents indecision, potentially, and you have this Lovers card, which is about deciding, okay? Making a big decision, making an important choice. The Six of Cups is potentially an ex trying to re-enter, or someone from the past, an ex relationship or ex-lover, but it doesn't always have to be love. It can just be something from the past trying to re-enter. It can mean it is the energy of nostalgia as well. So it can also say that you have a deep soul connection with something or someone in your life when you get the Six of Cups. Now, you also have this Four of Swords, which is telling you to maybe rest, recover, recuperate, take care of yourself. It also is a card of healing from heartbreak. You can see the Three of Swords card on the banner above that person, indicating that they are healing from the severance, separation, and heartbreak of the Three of Swords. And so again, I think I'm getting this song, that song, I Can See Clearly Now the Rain Is Gone. That song just came into my mind as you have this Eight of Wands and this Four of Swords in the future. Whatever is you're in the dark on is coming forward here. So you have the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. Blindfold energy. Not seeing the picture here, okay? Look, we had that blindfold on the Two of Swords. We now have it being repeated here on the Eight of Swords. This is interesting. This is a bit of a curveball. it's been coming in for the collective. There's been this message of what's going to happen here in February. So the Knight of Swords, let's just start with the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords can talk about like really charging forward and taking action, seizing the day on an opportunity. It can represent a chaotic energy or a destructive energy as well, and it's negative. But really, I feel like there's a quick event coming in for you here with the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, around communication, because the Swords is the suit of communication. You do have the Queen of Cups as well, which talks about a trusted friend or ally. It's also like it's very similar to the High Priestess. The High Priestess is the most intuitive card in the tarot. Queen of Cups, second most, probably, maybe in front of the Moon even. And so you have all of these major intuition cards showing up here. So trust your gut, especially as you have this willpower. Trust your instincts here with the Strength card at this time to really help you through something. The Eight of Swords, you really needing to work through, I can't tell you what to do, but what the cards are saying is potentially needing to work through something that you are trapping yourself around. Something you might be trapping yourself in something here at this time. This person, this is the Eight of Swords represents self-imposed restrictions. No one is doing this to you. It represents you putting yourself in that situation. Let's see what this might be. You have the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. Okay, so for some of you, this may be, what's going on here is some of you, this may be work related. Okay, some of you may be in the dark about something work related. The Three of Pentacles can represent your teammates, your team environment, your colleagues, but it's about reward and recognition. Okay, it's about being proud of the work that you do and being justly rewarded for that. The Eight of Cups represents walking away from a disappointing situation. And they're leaving these spilled, broken, empty cups in the past, and instead they're walking towards higher timelines. For me, that's a major card of empowerment because you're taking the step forward away from what is no longer serving you. And you have the Death card to end out this reading. Another card that people get afraid of, but the Death card really is not a bad card. It's actually a positive card of making a major transformation in your life. Going from the caterpillar to the butterfly is what the Death card is all about. You also have the Page of Pentacles here. So that's about your prospects looking good, new offers potentially coming in finances, but really just your prospects looking good here. And so for some of you, this choice that you are stressing about or that you're in the dark about is maybe getting a job offer. It may also be leaving your old work situation and moving to a new situation. So I do feel like in the future, you will see clearly and things will start to really pick up here for you. So major transformations happening. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you. Take care, and I will see you in the next reading.